So when I'm working with people, they don't know I'm working with them. They just think I'm having a conversation, right? And it's all very easy and it's natural. But I'm like, I'm like swimming.
Swimming. Yeah.
Hello everyone, this is Erkan Ali here from Engage Consulting. I'm here with my very good friend Faiq, Sadiq.
Yes,
Faiq,
sir. Yep.
welcome.
Thank you, Erkan. Lovely to be here.
So the context of this this piece is about immersive engagement, something that I'm suggesting is a unique North Cyprus experience. I've been inviting guests and clients to come and work with me here in North Cyprus and give them an experience of the island, the nature, and also work on an aspect of their life or business, or aspects of their life and business. And Faiq really wanted to leave a record of his experience. It's the second time he's been here with me, and he was very keen to share with you his experience of being here in North Cyprus and say a little bit about maybe some of the benefits you could glean from coming and working with me. So Faiq, over to you. What did you want to say?
Thank you so much, Erkan. And it's my second stay in Turkish Republic of North Cyprus. I've been to the Cyprus island for I think 5 times, and I've visited from the Greek side. I've been to Famagusta, but staying on TRNC and especially engaging with you, Erkan, it has given me a lot of insights in certain things in my personal life, and the certain conversation that we have had has an impact on how I would have these conversations with a couple of my friends who are entrepreneurs in their life, and otherwise they are senior management people in some FMCGs, which is fast moving consumer goods companies and financial institutions. So yes, and being here out in the sun, the lovely weather, the salty sea, the beautiful impact of this all is like it was like very long lasting for me as I take it, right? Because every day in the mornings we would go for a swim, we would have our conversations, we would walk, we would work out, exercise for life, the commitment that we both started and working on. It has left a very strong mark on me this time around, because as I said, it's my 5th time in Cyprus, 2nd time with you, Erkan, but this time around it's very special. It's very special.
So I mean, like you've got quite a corporate background, haven't you? I mean, you spent a lot of time in global businesses.
Yeah.
You're a landmark education graduate, which is something we have in common, and I feel that for me accelerates the opportunity to make impact and make it really fast. Like no lag. Like instant response to, because there's a whole background of it.
Got it.
Exactly. There's a whole background of understanding that we can lean into. And there's a couple of times that I think we were interacting in different aspects, and also with our other guest that was here. Like, so how would you describe because one of the things I don't want to purvey to kind of say this is a holiday. I'm not asking people to come on holiday. This isn't a guest house in that respect. But something about immersive engagement for me is that people come, it's a living. People come and live in with us. We cook together. We make, I mean, you've been doing gardening.
Yes.
We didn't force him. We wanted to do it.
I love gardening, and he has a beautiful garden, so I said, why not?
We take fruit and vegetables from the garden. We've got lemons and oranges and all sorts of herbs, and it's just a beautiful way. And I think what happens is, what I see, is that people come into a certain level of unguardedness and relaxation. And I think that brings out authenticity and the ability to accelerate the benefit of the engagement.
Absolutely, I would. You're spot on that one. Because our landmark, experience, and then the island itself, and also the immersive experience that you have. That you very clearly said that it's not like guests are coming over. It's like you're hosting people, but you're hosting them like, okay, we're going to cook together, we're going to do activities together, and that brings out, as you said, authenticity. That brings out a deeper side of things around us. That life is so simple. We overcomplicate it. Like imagine we've had various kinds of meals together, right? We cooked together, and sometimes we just grab things from vegetables from your garden, like tomatoes, like aubergines, and we grill them together and add some fish, add some chicken. So while doing that, the conversation that we've had are very meaningful and leaving a lasting impact, and they're immersive because we don't know. There's no prep work on the conversation, right? It just happens, and when it happens, it leads you to different directions. And
well, that's the impression I give. There's no prep.
No, exactly. No, I mean, in a conversation,
no, but it does. It happens naturally.
Yeah.
I think, but with intention.
Exactly.
Naturally with intention. So it's not like you're sitting in a seminar room and we do
like
get,
a note and diary.
We do get the flip chart out, and there are occasions when that happens. But what I find the deep learnings come from being unguarded while you're cooking, or you're watering the garden, or we're sitting on the beach and we're having these dialogues. I'm finding that it's actually there's an ease about it. There's
Absolutely.
an ease and grace about how the progress happens. So what's been maybe one or two great insights that you've taken away from the time we've had together in the last 10 days?
So, like we while I was in Cyprus, in TRNC, and with Erkan, it seemed like I'm in a microcosm, like a small, like a global situation shrunk into a very small molecule, as you can see, right? And then you can focus, okay, so there's global tension as well going on all over the place right now, right? And then there are these small island where people think and people believe and people have expectations, and then the history comes in.
Yeah, so just to, I think what you're alluding to is the divided island.
Exactly, the divided
which
island.
Is a microcosm of the world.
Exactly,
and conflict
exactly,
and, humanity somehow not coming together and working.
And not even paying attention.
Not even paying attention.
Not even paying attention. It's happening all around us. So when you come here and we have these conversations, and when you sit on the sand and you just come out of a lovely swim in the morning or in the evening, not at nights, because I was chickened out and the nights.
He bottled out of the night swims. The night swims is where it's at. I'll tell you.
I know.
Yeah.
So that's where I got to come back again. But these kind of conversations leave a thirst for trying to figure out, okay, what was amiss, and how can we make a difference in my own life, personal life, and then how can I make a difference in my friends and my family and my other circle of like you said, corporate leaders. So because of my global experience in the financial industry, transformation, digitization, all of that I've seen from an inside perspective, right? So I know where they're moving, I know where the conversations are going, and not to over politicize that even, right? But the realization that, life is simple, things are easy, we just overcomplicate it, and focusing on relationships. That the essence of everything is in the relationship, the depth between two individuals, between a manager and his team, between a CEO and his direct reports, which could be the global leadership team, and then the whole company itself. So the ethos, the fabric, how does it weave into a very efficient, effective machine? So I think for me the biggest things were the conversations, couple of conversations that we were just having, and we just swam into those conversations because that was not the intent.
No.
And we simply got it, okay, oh wow, all right, so this is how it is, okay. Now I get it.
The thing is that it's like, for me, I'm like a shark swimming, and I'm waiting to hear that something or that opening where I can go boom, like laser into something.
True.
And I think there's what the immersive experience brings is an unguardedness about it.
Yes.
So when I'm working with people, they don't know I'm working with them. They just think I'm having a conversation, right? And it's all very easy and it's natural. But I'm like swimming. I got him now. I got him. I see an opening. I see something that maybe you don't see, and conceal that and explore that in a way that's very comfortable. Whereas I think if you go into a seminar room, and there's nothing wrong with that, I love seminars, workshops, programs, whatever, and you put your hand up to engage with the lead, or you get up to the microphone, you're very on guard, you're heightened, you're probably overly sensitized to the situation. Your identity will want to guard you to an extent. Maybe you might think of that as your ego. And what I find in immersive is that people that all disappears because they think You think we're having a friendly chat, but I'm actually waiting to see an opening for what's next. And I think for me, I mean, and this is the thing, you know, I benefit from that as well.
Yeah.
You know,
so it's a two-way.
It's a two-way thing because my life works the best when I'm coaching and working. It just does. You know, and I imagine you ask a lot of coaches or consultants that when they're working, they're more informed, they're more aware, they're more paying attention and present. And you know, for me, I've had a breakthrough in fitness. I've had a breakthrough in my relationship. There's been all sorts of different insights and breakthroughs. Also, we're going to be sharing this on LAL, Life After Landmark, because we want to really bring the presence of not only the grounded work that we've done as Landmark graduates. For those people who don't know what that is, I'll put a link below the video. But also all the work we've done since. And there's been this whole conversation around being complete. Like saying Landmark terms that might be, or is, filing the past in the past and opening the present and the future for some new possibility, right? Yeah. Brilliant, But doing that is very beneficial. Opens up all sorts of new possibilities and brings peace and possibility of people's lives. But also, what the graduates have been sharing is all the other work they've done and started to bring up this idea of healing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a completely different experience to me.
Than what we had experienced before.
Complete.
I get it.
And complete is an amazing. It's like, you know, it's incredible, and I think every human being should have that experience. However, also working on other levels of our being is also very beneficial.
Yes, and first of all, thank you for, introducing me to Lal. And Lal, like he said, life after Landmark. And when he added me into the group, and I said, I was just traveling, and suddenly something came up, and I said, what Lal means in my native language, which is Urdu, which is from Pakistan. Lal means red. So, and red is color of love, red is color of passion, red is color of fire. So I said, oh my God, look at your Erkan.
And the logo is
red. The logo is red too, right? So it's a great opportunity for especially graduates like us, and thank you very much for completing the enrollment process for my commitment to ILP, because Imran, my cousin,
to be fair, he did all the work.
He did all the work.
I just got it over the line. Imran, you do get credit, but I get the toaster.
Yeah, you got the icing. Yeah,
I get the toaster.
Yeah.
But there was something about it. So you've been resisting. You've been resisting this big piece of work. ILP is a massive 6-9 month program. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think 6 to 9 months.
6 to 9. I can't remember. It's been a long time. But you've been wanting to do it. But you've just been resisting, going, "Yep, I'm in."
Yes.
And bless Imran. There's an old saying: after the last no, there's a yes.
Yes.
And I just. In fact, I think he orchestrated this whole visit to get you to the island so I could get you over the line.
And there was
at least that's what my ego's telling me.
And there was no intention. And you came at me from nowhere, and I'm like sitting down there, and I said, "I'm here for a swim. Let me be." But then the conversation goes on, and I said,
"Yeah, because the shark is lurking."
The shark is lurking.
It's like
you got me there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a big shout out to all the LAL members.
Yeah,
I'm really.
I think we made a real mixed video between immersive engagement, LAL, but hey, it's all part.
It's all it is. Yeah.
So, what are your last words for anyone watching this that might want to come out and spend some time here and get an insight into what's available?
So back in my corporate life, I led and I created some programs for a corporate entity where we would take people to natural, what you call spaces, right? Like no retreats, no conferences. We didn't call conferences. We called them expeditions, right?
Oh, wow.
So you go out there, we throw them in a different, what you call engaging and difficult situations. But I think for me, that what I have learned and what I've experienced, that if people who are in middle management or who are senior management or who are at the CEO or C level or and are associated about taking the future of their company, of their people to the next level, you need to get out of the office structure concept. You need to get out, step out from the conference room mode, and you need to just be in a place and space where you can have open, candid, unguarded conversations. And then during those conversations, because the background, the voice is always in the background. Right? You bring out, automatically you bring out the challenges, you bring out the issues. There could be people issues, technology issues, business issues, personal issues, competition issues, regulatory issues. They all come up. And when they come up, then, like you said, a leader, a coach, a specialist like yourself is around there, and the shark is lurking. Okay, so picking up on bits and pieces. Okay, how do I weave it together for this person to see it as a whole? Because it's not small parts.
Yeah, what I find is the way I think of it is I'm listening very diligently.
Yeah.
People might not be aware of it, but I'm listening
No, you
intensely.
are. You are.
And what I do is I'm picking up dots and clues. I'm joining the dots, and then there'll be a dot that's missing for that person. I'll put that dot in place, and they'll go, "Oh my God!" It just pulls the whole thing together. The whole thing just comes together. Like that's the missing part
Exactly.
of the puzzle. And,
But without
I can't tell you what that is before coming.
Without having
time.
the conversation.
You got to have the conversation.
Exactly.
You have the time.
Yes.
And also, I think there's a certain level of letting that. Yes, there was a film called Leave the World Behind. Somewhere you got to leave the world behind.
Yes, you have to.
You got to pause that world and come and just be out of that world in this environment. I was going to call it a bubble, but it's not a bubble. I'd say it's a kind of a landscape, especially with the nature here. I mean, it's very easy to kind of let go of shed all that armor
definitely.
and protection and constraints and restrictions.
And then you become more open.
Yeah, exactly.
Accepting.
It's like a very natural process.
Yes, absolutely. So I would highly recommend.
Highly recommend.
Highly recommend it.
Right, well, listen, so...
4 to 5 days worth spending, and especially engaging immersively with you and your sharkiness.
My sharkiness. So if you're curious and interested and find out what we could do together, is co-created. It's definitely something we do together. Get in touch, let me know, and we can discuss your particular ambitions, challenges, and opportunities.
And dreams.
And dreams. Oh,
Yeah, because I'm coming back for another dream. I told you that.
Yeah.
I'm coming back in a little while.